Sports Illustrated, and this is the Jaguars owner, Shahad Khan, and this is him on Urban Meyer. When you lose the respect, the trust, and the issue of truthfulness, how can you work with someone like that? Which I wonder where the truthfulness was. Maybe he tried to act like he's a better coach than he was. A lot of people in the comments saying, "Oh, Urban Meyer didn't given a real shot at the pro level. He was absolutely horrible, and he really needed that great of a job. There was a lot of decisions he could have done that were a lot better. I think it was probably the best decision to fire him. He didn't seem to have that much promise. He was just doing too many things that warranted him to get fired. Though he supposedly kicked someone, didn't know players' names on other teams, he wasn't that good of a scout, really, and I just feel like he didn't really do that many good things for the Jaguars in general. It might have put him back a couple years just because of how bad of a coach he was. This is the NFL international games for 2022. So for the first game, you have London, the Vikings versus the Saints. Honestly, that's gonna be a great overall game in my opinion. I feel like a lot of people are gonna be at that game. Then London again, you have Giants versus Packers. I feel like that's gonna be a good one to watch. And Broncos versus Jaguars, London again. Honestly, these games are gonna be pretty early in the morning, so you're probably gonna have to wake up for time zones to really make sense. In the East Coast, it will be a lot later than it is on the West Coast. I think the West Coast last time was like 6 or 7 o'clock or something like that. And then they have a game in Germany, Munich, and this is honestly looks like a good game. The Seahawks versus the Buccaneers. I feel like it will be an okay game just because the Seahawks will probably most likely lose this game, but I feel like it will be entertaining just because it's a team I like to watch. And honestly, how many fans do you think there will be in Germany? Do you think there will be as much as there is in London, or do you think it's not going to have that much appeal? And then Mexico City. This game is probably going to be on pretty close to a regular time in the U.S., Pacific or Eastern. So 49ers and the Cardinals, Mexico City. Honestly, this will be a good game, to be honest. You have the Cardinals versus the 49ers. The 49ers are going to win this game. What do you think? Who is the best team in the NFC East? So you have the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Giants, and the Commanders. This is how I think it will go. I think the Cowboys will still be number one. I think the Eagles and the Giants really signed a lot of good people. Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal for the Giants. The Eagles, they did sign A.J. Brown. They traded for him. Definitely a good move there. But I don't know if they'll be head and shoulders above the Cowboys. I feel like the Cowboys are still a better constructed team. And I think Cowboys will have like 8 or 9 wins more than anyone on this. So number 1, I'm doing the Cowboys. Number 2, the Eagles. Number 3, the Giants. And number 4, the Commanders. That's probably the order is going to go. And I think Carson Wentz doesn't have the worst season. Or Daniel Jones, one of the two. Daniel Jones, I could actually see not being the starting quarterback at one point, but what do you think?